They never wore shoes. Never spoke a word. Moved like shadows in their own home. At first, you'd think they were just a strange, quiet family. But when their youngest son picked up a toy and switched it on, they reacted like he had just signed a death sentence. Why? Because in their world, the tiniest sound could mean instant death. In a silent world overrun by terrifying alien creatures, a family survives by one rule: don't make a sound. They walk barefoot everywhere, laying down soft sand before stepping outside. Though none of them are mute, they communicate only through sign language. Every move is cautious. Every object is handled like it might explode. Their home feels less like a sanctuary and more like a ticking time bomb. One day, their youngest son secretly takes a toy and turns it on. The electronic sound pierces the silence. The parents freeze, their faces filled with dread. The mother covers her mouth in horror, and the father bolts forward. But it's too late. From the trees, something is already coming. In this future Earth, alien creatures have taken over. They are blind, but their hearing is lethal. A whisper, a breath, a footstep, any sound, and they'll find you. The loss of their son shatters the parents. Guilt and grief hang over their home like a fog. But then, a miracle or a curse. They discover the mother is pregnant. Joy quickly turns to panic. A newborn's cry is louder than any alarm. It could mean the end of them all. So they prepare. Every day, the mother tracks her pregnancy carefully. They build a soundproof room in the basement, pad the walls with newspaper, prepare oxygen tanks for the baby, and even create a special box to hide the baby's cries. Everything is monitored. Traps and cameras are placed around the house. Still, fate doesn't care how well you prepare. One day, while the father and eldest son are out gathering supplies, they meet an old man standing over the body of his wife, killed by a creature. Grief-stricken and hopeless, the man lets out a blood-curdling scream. The father grabs his son and runs, pressing his hand over the boy's mouth as a creature tears through the forest and kills the old man right before their eyes. Back at home, things are no better. The mother's water breaks, it's time. In agony, she starts moving toward the basement. But she steps on a nail on the stairs. Blood spills, and her face contorts in pain. She nearly screams, but holds it in. Her family isn't back yet. She limps to the corner and turns on the emergency lights, praying they'll see it. But she's not alone. A creature has already entered the house. The mother quickly hides, grabs a timer and sets it on a clock, then crawls into a corner. When the creature comes downstairs, she bites into her wrist to stop herself from making a sound. The alarm goes off. The creature charges after it. She uses this moment to run upstairs, only to find another creature outside the door. Trapped, bleeding, and alone, she climbs into the bathtub. She can feel the baby coming. Outside, her husband sees the red emergency lights and rushes home. He tells his son to go to the cornfield and launch the fireworks they had prepared. The loud explosion will distract the creatures. The boy lights the fireworks. The sky bursts into flames. The mother finally screams and gives birth. The father finds her soaked in blood but alive. Their baby, miraculously, has survived. He places an oxygen mask on the newborn and tucks it into the soundproof box. But the nightmare isn't over. Their other children are still out there. The son, after launching the fireworks, is spotted by a creature and forced to run. The daughter, who had been wandering outside, hears the fireworks and returns, unaware that something is already stalking her. But then her broken hearing aid emits a strange, high-frequency sound. The creature recoils in pain and flees. The siblings find each other in the cornfield and climb onto a grain silo, lighting a fire for their father to find them. But danger finds them first. The boy slips and falls inside. The silo begins to swallow him like quicksand. As he sinks, a metal panel crashes down, nearly crushing him. The girl jumps in, pushing the metal toward him so he can climb out. but she herself begins to sink. With all his strength, the boy pulls her to safety. But their struggle has drawn attention. A creature jumps into the silo. They hide underneath a sheet of metal, barely escaping. Then, once again, the hearing aid emits a piercing sound. The creature screams in pain and tears its way out. The siblings are safe. For now. They run into their father, but one last nightmare is still coming. The creature is nearby. He hides them in a truck and prepares to fight. But just as he turns around, he's struck. Bleeding, barely standing, he knows what he must do. He signs 3 final words to his children. "I love you." Then he lets out a scream. The creature charges, and kills him. The children escape, return home, and reunite with their mother. But their relief is short-lived. Another creature appears. The mother holds her shotgun. She can't miss. If she does, they're all dead. The creature gets closer. The baby begins to cry. And then, an idea. The daughter remembers how her hearing aid affected the creature. She holds it near a speaker. The sound blasts through the house. The creature thrashes in pain, collapsing to the ground. The mother doesn't hesitate. Boom. One shot. It's dead. They finally have a weapon. Looking at the security monitors, they see 2 more creatures charging toward the house. The mother and daughter exchange a glance. No fear. Just resolve. They crank the speaker to full volume and reload the shotgun.